Hello, and welcome to Enjoy English School. I'm Stevie.
I'm Betty.
And today and tomorrow, we are looking at dialogues with themes. So conversations about a special theme or topic. And, today and tomorrow we get to talk about one of my favorite things during the year. A barbecue gathering for the Moon Festival.
Wow. Have you ever been in one?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love barbecue gatherings. I don't always do them for the Moon Festival.
Okay, so you do it for fun?
Yeah, just it's summertime, it's hot, let's go have a barbecue.
Where do you have barbecue parties in Taipei?
Okay, I don't usually have them in Taipei.
Uh-huh.
But when I do, it's because I live on a rooftop.
Oh, okay, so it's convenient.
My house has a rooftop.
Mm-hmm.
So I can go up on my rooftop and barbecue.
Oh, 所以可以在顶楼.
Yeah, but usually I like to go to the mountains, or if we go with friends to the beach for the day, I don't barbecue on the beach because sand blows into the food.
对.
Yeah. But then maybe since we're already near the beach, we'll just go to a park nearby where you can barbecue legally.
没错.
Or
还好你有讲.
Yeah. 当然你要做合法的. You have to do it legally. Legally.
要合法的哦.
Yeah. So we're talking about a barbecue gathering for the Moon Festival.
没错，一家烤肉万家香，揪团一起吃更香。我们这个标题下得很有趣哦。
All right, let's take a look.
A barbecue gathering for the Moon Festival. Dialogue A. Eating is going to invite an exchange student at her school to her home for a barbecue during the Mid-Autumn Festival.
Hi, Carl. Do you know what tomorrow is?
Well, I know there's no school tomorrow.
That's right. It's the Mid-Autumn Festival.
I've read all about the Mid-Autumn Festival, but I've never celebrated it before.
Oh, then you must know about our tradition of having a barbecue on that day.
Yes, I do. That tradition must date back centuries.
Well, not quite centuries, more like decades. About 40 years, actually.
Oh, I guess it's more of a recent tradition then.
Yeah, you could say that. Anyway, I'd like to invite you to my home for a barbecue tomorrow. My entire family will be there.
Sure, I'd love to come. Thanks for the invitation.
That's wonderful. My family will be very excited to meet you.
Should I bring anything? I could grab some vegetables at the supermarket later.
Don't worry about it. My mom will send us shopping for ingredients tomorrow. I'll text you the time and the address later.
Great, I can't wait.
All right, today we have Eating and Carl. And this is kind of funny. How do you say her name in Chinese?
Eating.
Eating. But actually in English, it sounds like eating. Like
对.
吃 eating. So a barbecue with eating.
刚好在 eat. 刚好是 eating.
So we have Eating and Carl. Okay. So Eating is going to invite an exchange student at her school to her home for a barbecue during the Mid-Autumn Festival, which we also call the Moon Festival. So she's going to invite an exchange student. Exchange student is somebody who comes from another country, and they call it an exchange, usually because in the past, like somebody from your school would go to their school.
对.
Somebody from their school would come to your school. So it was an exchange. 一个交换.
没错,
Yeah.
没错.
So that's why we say, 交换生 or exchange student, because it used to be always you traded places.
名额有限, 这
Yeah.
样.
Now, 不一定.
不一定.
Yeah.
对.
But that's why we call them exchange students. So she wants to invite an exchange student at her school, who's Carl, to her home to barbecue for the full moon festival.
他说这个怡婷呢要干嘛？怡婷呢 怡婷是我妹的名字，知道吗？所以
really?
对我现在念，她改名了，因为这个太菜市场，她觉得这个 it's a name that everybody has, so kind of yeah, she just changed her name last year.
Okay.
对，所以怡婷呢要去邀请一个交换生，那老师刚才有讲，因为 exchange 它通常有 ex 代表是两个人之间的互换，那以前呢一定是要名额要相互交换，你们学校来一个，我们学校就要去一个，所以呢他是交换生，现在当然没有名额这么严格的限制。他说呢，他要邀请这个交换生呢，在他学校去他家来个烤肉的派对，那这个时间是中秋节，那他邀请的朋友叫做 Carl.
Yeah. So, Eating, who changed her name to I'm full.
Yeah.
很冷，对不起，太冷了。
Stopped eating.
I'm sorry. Eating says, Hi, Carl. Do you know what tomorrow is? Do you know what tomorrow is? It could be, do you know tomorrow is Wednesday? Do you know it's a holiday? But do you know tomorrow is a test day? So there could be a lot of things. Do you know what tomorrow is?
你知道呢明天是什么节日吗？明天是什么日子吗？
Yeah. Carl says, well, I know there's no school tomorrow.
我知道明天不用上课。
Yeah, that's all he knows. I'm sure he knows it's a holiday and he's probably heard about it. But for the conversation, then we'll pretend he didn't know.
他可能有听过啦，只是说
听过，你看下一句。
有点尴尬。他说：“我懂了。”那这个对话就结束，我们就写不完这一篇了。他就说：“我不懂啊，我只知道明天不用上学。”
Yeah. 他说他没有说不懂，他说 Well, 我知道明天不用上学。So I'm not. I think.
做个球这样。
And Eating says that's right. It's the Mid-Autumn Festival. So that's right. No school. And it's the Mid-Autumn Festival.
对，怡婷就公布答案啦。没错，明天呢就是中秋节啦。
So Carl says, I've read all about the Mid-Autumn Festival. So 我就说因为这一句。
So he knows it all.
So he knows it's, but he's never experienced it.
That's true.
Yeah. So I've read all about the Mid-Autumn Festival. You know, I read about what it is and what you do, but I've never celebrated it before. So to celebrate something is different than reading about it.
确实啦，那个感觉不一样。
Yeah. I mean, think about in America, we all hear about Chinese New Year. We know there's fireworks and maybe some dragon or lion dances. And that's it. That's all we know.
It's very similar to the way we know about Christmas. Like, I know we celebrate Christmas here, but I bet the atmosphere is totally different, right?
So Santa Claus never came to your house? I'm sorry. You must have been a bad girl. Sorry.
真的我们没有庆祝过，但从我妹生下来的时候就有庆祝了，因为我爸妈那个时候我没有庆祝过，但他们帮我妹庆祝圣诞节。
那可能你小时候不乖，所以圣诞老人没来。
不受宠，没错。对，爸爸不爱我。对，他就说呢，卡尔就说，有啊，其实他没有说有，他就说，我其实呢有读过所有的跟中秋节相关的知识啦，可是好像还没有庆祝过。对
Yeah. So Eating says, oh, then you must know, you've read everything, so you must know about our tradition of having a barbecue on that day.
对，但其实 barbecue 不是一个 tradition，barbecue 是比较新的，对不对？然后他就很兴奋说
It's new it's a tradition now in
Yeah,
Taiwan.
that's true.
Yeah.
对，他就说，那你一定这样读过嘛？那你一定知道说我们中秋节要干嘛？那我们中秋节就是要烤肉。
Yes. So you must have heard about barbecuing and now Carl says, yes, I do. I do know about this tradition. That tradition must date back centuries. Okay. That tradition must date back. When we say something dates back, we just means that this same thing has been the same all the time for centuries, for hundreds of years.
回溯到哪个时候？
Yeah. So this means you must have had this tradition for hundreds of years.
对，他就讲说有啊，我听过哎。那既然它是一个传统的话，那是不是可以回溯到好几百年前 ？century 就是好几百年前这样子。
And Yiting, she knows the history because she says, well, not quite centuries.
没有真的好几百年啦。
Yeah, more like decades. So a decade just means 10 years. Deca in Latin means 10. So more like decades. So 10 years.
对，比较像是几十年了。
Yeah. About 40 years, actually.
对，就大概40年。但记得有40年，它是 4 decades。所以同学不要就是如果别人问你说一个 decade 跟10年哪个比较长，记得他们是一样长的啊。
Yeah, 4 decades or 40 years.
没错。
Yeah. Okay, we'll take a break right here, and we will come back and learn more about our dialogue. We're going to see what's going to happen right after this. Okay, looking at the next part of our dialogue, remember, Carl said, oh, so you've been barbecuing for the Full Moon Festival or Mid-Autumn Festival for hundreds of years, or you must have. And she said, no, about 40 years. Yeah.
对。
So Carl says, oh, I guess it's more of a recent tradition then.
对。
It's more recent.
对。
And recent means more, it is a later.
比较近的。
Yeah.
对。
Maybe within the, it's not something that's been around for generations and generations.
I think it's kind of fun if you ask older generations like my grandparents and their thought about like Mid-Autumn Festival, they're going to say you kind of watch the moon, you kind of sit on the bench doing nothing, kind of chilling. But if you ask people from my generation, they will say it's barbecue.
Oh, we go and barbecue.
对，没错，这时代的转变。所以他这里就讲到说，哦，所以我猜他是比较 more of 就是比较怎么样的，应该是算是比较最近一点的传统喽。
Yeah, so remember in the past for the Mid-Autumn Festival, people were more likely to go out and, sit under the moon and, it was something that was just fun. Go out and sit on the moon. Maybe have moon cakes.
Maybe.
Or maybe just sit out there with the family and talk. And or maybe it was romantic and
perhaps
they sat under the moon with their lover and did moon poetry or something.
Yeah, I bet they did.
Yeah. Probably.
Probably.
月亮代表我的心. Okay, sorry.
Okay. Okay, so back to the conversation.
So I guess it's more of a recent tradition then. And so Yiting says, yeah, you could say that. You could say that. You can say that. That's a nice way of saying, yeah, that's true.
可能是吧。哦，确实。对。
Anyway, I'd like to invite you to my home for a barbecue tomorrow. So anyway is something we say when we want to like change the subject
转移话题。
or just talk about something different. Change the way the conversation is going.
没错。
Yeah. So anyway, I want to invite you to my home for a barbecue tomorrow.
Anyway 就有点像好，那我们现在换另外一个。有时候中文我们说好，然后你就自己往下讲了嘛，对不对？英文我们就会用 anyway。那讲 anyway 的时候，同学不要太伤心，因为中文知道有的时候同学被转移话题的时候，你会觉得有点伤心。怎么我还要讲，你就把我转掉了？这样，像台湾人挂电话的时候也会舍不得挂，一直在那边拜拜拜半天，外国人就拜就挂。所以呢，他们那只是转移话题一个方式。对，他就说OK， 好，那我想要呢邀请你呢到我们家啦，因为明天我们要烤肉，那所以你要不要明天来我们家嘞？
And then she says, my entire family will be there. So yeah, want to come to the barbecue? Come on, my whole family's going to be there. It's going to be fun.
I don't think Carl, if I were Carl, I probably wouldn't go. The entire family is there.
That sounds fun. Because
Really?
as a foreigner, maybe meeting somebody's family would make me nervous, but I can also see what people do in their homes in a family setting because it's totally different from how we act at home. You have different culture, different language, different, I mean, there's so many differences.
没错没错。
There's a lot of this thing, the same, you know, you probably always have the mom who's going, hey, you kids behave and dinner's ready. Or, you know, maybe the grandma or maybe the dad, he's like tired of all the kids running around. So there are some like 刻板印象, some stereotypes that are true, I think, for all parents and families.
没错没错。
But the different little things are very different. So if you come here and you're new to this environment and this culture, I would definitely want to see how the family interact with each other, how they act, different manners, different table manners.
确实有不同的那种餐桌礼仪。
Yeah, so many different things that you can only see in your home with a local family.
所以呢 ，Carl， 我们就从那个怡婷就说，怡婷就先介绍一下，我整个家族呢都会在那里，就 my entire family，entire 就是整个，所以我全家人都会在那边哦。那你想不想去 ？Stevie 老师说他想去，但你没有被邀请，他在邀请 Carl。
好可惜。Yeah, entire. We could also say my whole family.
比较口语一点点。
Yeah, my whole family. 我整个
家族都在那。
So Carl says, "Sure, I'd love to come." He could say, "Sure, I'd love to go," because to go to your house. But she said, "Would you like to come?" And so he just kind of followed. Sure, I'd like to come.
他就说当然呢，我当然想要去啊。那个 come 跟 go， 其实在英文有时候它用法会比较模糊一点点。
Yeah.
对，就是看当下的情境翻译就好。
Thanks for the invitation. So if you have been invited, then you have had an invitation. We also call that if somebody gives you a piece of paper and invites you to a wedding or something, we call that an invitation also.
如果是那种喜帖啊，或者是邀请函啊，它本人也叫 invitation。 东西或者是这个概念邀请谁来，这个也可以叫 invitation。所以他就说谢谢你邀请我。
Yeah. So now Yiting says, "That's wonderful. That's great. My family will be very excited to meet you."
怡婷就说太棒了，太棒了！我的整个家族、整个家庭呢，我们不要讲家族，家族感觉好大哦。我整个家庭呢都会很兴奋，因为他们可以见到你啊，很希望就是看到说，这个交换生，你会很想知道说外国人是怎么样生活的。
Yeah. And just remember, just because you see one doesn't mean that we all act the same either.
对。
Yeah. We might be different cultures, different parts of the country. So, yeah, it's always interesting to see people act differently than we're used to.
没错。
Yeah. So now Carl says, "Should I bring anything?" Carl, good manners.
没错。
Yeah. Should I bring anything? I could grab some vegetables at the supermarket later. Now here, this is very like 口语, right?
没错。
This is how you would talk with your friends. I could grab something. It means you'll buy something.
但是用 grab 用抓这个字。
Yeah. Like, because he said I could grab some vegetables at the supermarket. We could say, hey, could you, on your way here, could you go to 7-Eleven, Family Mart, whatever, go to the store and grab me some apples for dessert or grab me some juice for drinks? Yeah. And it just means, could you buy that for me?
对，有的时候他们会讲说 ，Let's go grab some dinner real quick.
Yeah, let's go grab some dinner.
买一买。那 grab 有一种感觉是你赶快买，就没有时间了哈，就是赶快买，随便买这样子的感觉。那这里应该就比较口语的，我可以带过去。他就说，那我要不要带什么东西？这是一个基本的礼貌嘛，就是去别人家。台湾人其实也是这样子。那如果你们需要的话，我可以在那个超市啊，就买一点蔬菜过去。
Yeah. So Yiting says, don't worry about it.
不用
不用担心。
对，不用担心。
She says 不用担心, but this means 不用没关系。
对，不用没关系。
Yeah. Don't worry about it. My mom will send us shopping for ingredients tomorrow. So my mother is going to send us shopping. She could mean us, meaning her family, her brother and sisters, or she could mean you and me.
我们两个那个 us 就
My mom will send us to get to go shopping.
对
Wow, then he must be getting there really late. But she probably means her family members.
We'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah.
他就
My mom will send us shopping for ingredients. Ingredients are things you use to make something. And here it's to cook something.
对，尤其是 ingredient 那种食材，通常是讲吃的东西。对，他就讲说，反正呢，你先不用担心哦，不用，你就人就过来，人来就好了。反正呢，我妈呢会叫我们去买一些食材。那不知道那个我们是说我们，比如说我跟我弟，还是说，我跟 Carl 我们两个一起去买。那个 send 在这边是叫谁去做什么事的意思。
Yeah. I'll text you the time and the address later. So I'll text you, I'll message you, but we all know text is to use your phone.
对，没错。那我再用那个手机跟你说，我再传讯息给你说呢，地点跟时间啊，这样。
And Carl says, "Great, I can't wait."
赞哦，等不及了。
Ooh, I can't wait either. What are they going to have? Maybe we'll find out tomorrow. We'll see you then.
Bye bye.